the name. It was my idea for a name. I don't know what I was thinking of, really. I was trying to be very pure. And so when we got there first, we lived in Brooklyn. Yeah, nowadays, if you go to America, you live in Manhattan, like first almost, because Brooklyn has become so bloody expensive, believe it or not. So it's ironic, really. So we lived in Brooklyn first, and then after we were there for a few months, we went into Manhattan. We got an apartment in Manhattan, and then we wrote home to our family about it, and they were all very excited, and they invited everyone in Wexford to come stay with us. And they all arrived in their droves with knitted hats and knitted cardigans and knitted socks and all kinds of knitted yokes that you wouldn't need in the heat of the New York summer. And they stayed for the mandatory 3.5 weeks. I couldn't go that far for less time than that. And one of them was a guy called Tommy, and Tommy didn't like to speak. He just liked to eat and to drive. Basically, that was his main pleasures in life. Larry and I were thinking, well, maybe if we fed him, he would drive us on these really long journeys in America, where 600 miles was commonplace. So he did. And our first gig with him was in a place called the Lamplighter Inn down in the heart of New Hampshire. But we got a manager called Benny Katz, who was the most immaculately dressed human being I ever laid eyes on. I just come from Ireland, where everyone was wearing jumpers and things like that at the time. But I mean, the standard wasn't maybe quite that high, you know. But he was dressed so immaculately; he was stunning, you know. The Armani suit, the starched white shirt, and the gold cufflinks, and the gold granny glasses, and everything. And his office was immaculate. But sometimes he wouldn't come into work, and I was worried. And I said, "Are you okay?" Like, you know. And he said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I'm good. Every now and then I need to crawl back into the womb." And I thought. I couldn't wait to tell Larry he'd said that. We had a right time listening to this. Because in Wexford, you'd lose every friend you had if you said something like that. But in New York, everybody was writing a book and everyone was shooting a movie. Everybody was doing everything. And at the same time, they were all bullshitters, but that's the way it was. Anyway, I woke up a few years ago with on a Monday morning in Manhattan, and it was raining very hard outside. And I went to my window to look outside. At 11 o'clock in the morning, it was still dark. It was raining so hard. And I thought, I looked down on the street, and people were stabbing each other with umbrellas, and they were just going at each other. It was an awful situation. So I thought, I don't think I'm going to go out there today. I think I'll give the crawling back into the womb thing a bit of a go. So I did. And I sat down and had a glass of wine, I watched television and woke up, fell asleep, woke up, fell asleep, woke up. Then I woke up with the idea for a song in my head. I think I'm drowning in a pool of Monday's rain. I was thinking like, Jesus Christ, it's a bit miserable, I'm in the right mood now. But then maybe one night I'll be playing in the Grand Social with a very small invited crowd, where we didn't let everybody know about the gigs because we weren't too full. And I sang that line and they answered me with, he thinks he's drowning in a pool of Monday's rain. And they're quality people too at the back. Oh God, I think I'm gonna fall into a pool of Monday's rain.